Alright, so we are looking into Griftlands. It's a game that I've been playing for a while. It's a card game, RPG, roguelite type of game where you can play as one of two characters as of current. And recently, about a few days ago, not too long ago, a few days ago they made an update to the game where they made the UI for it better, they made different in-game things better, but what I want to check out today is a new mode for this character, Sal. Normally, you would have Hunting Casio, which is her main story, which is then you have now the new Brawl mode, where, from what I've read, it's just battle to negotiation to battle to battle to negotiation. There's no running around, there's no doing extra stuff. You just go straight into a battle or into a negotiation. You come back to the bar that you started on a daily basis, and you get to pick from a reward. You get to talk to people in the bar. Maybe you want to buy a pet, maybe you want to remove a card, things of that sort. When they did update, I was expecting them to give us the third character, but I guess that is for their update, I guess, in 2 weeks, which sucks. But we will be hopping into a new Brawl deck. However, I do know that these can take a while. Normally, you can, well, no, not normally, but in this mode, you get to choose to get a graft for battle graft, negotiation graft, and I believe you draft 2 or 3 cards, or you can just say, I don't need all that. I'm too good for this game, and just press skip. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm not good at the game at all. All right, so I will be starting with Veteran's Wire. Whenever you add a card to your deck, it's immediately upgraded. Choosing it randomly, that could be bad because some of the upgrades on cards can destroy the card, which would be getting rid of it completely for the whole game. Can't get it back. No retries. As for a negotiation graft, so I'll go with Collapsing Defeat, which in steps means it gives the effect to the opponent who you're negotiating against. Doubt, it makes them take 1 extra. No, it is a argument that does 1 damage to a random target every, I believe it's the end of the turn, but we shall see. As far as battle cards, I'll take Wild Lunge. High damage, attack someone randomly. I'm fine with that. Normally, you're not facing more than 4 enemies at a time, but those are. I'm hoping those are later on battles, or if they are early battles, it's with lower health enemies. Story. But as for now, I want to go with Bleed decks because it's very efficient in my eyes. So I'm not going to mess with any of those battle cards. So for negotiations, composure is sort of like defense for your arguments. But we'll get into that when we get there. But yeah, I probably should have stayed in that bar more to show you, but when we go back, I'll explain it more. Oh, I completely forgot. When I pick up cards, it automatically upgrades it. I completely forgot about that. Oh god, that actually might be bad. I made a goof. Big goof. But this is essentially combat. I do not intend to show you every combat situation I end up getting myself into. But the first few battles, I'll let it slide. But anytime battle occurs and I end up sitting here in silence by accident, I will jump to the next fight, or probably should be blocking a lot of this. This is essentially it. You draw cards depending on the cards that you have. You're able to give the enemy certain debuffs like bleed. Currently he's panicked, which means once I got his health down to a certain point, he will not do anything for a few turns. But if I can't finish the battle within those few turns, he'll come back to fight me, and his panic limit will be lower, which will make it easier to kill him. But if you're not trying to kill the person, that could be a problem. So like here, normally in any basic run that I would do, I try my best to spare as many people as possible, because people hating you in this game give you something called a boon, and a boon is like a very inconvenient debuff that's permanent on you until you kill that person who hates you. So I try to avoid that as much as possible by just sparing a lot of people, which leads them to dislike you. But if you happen to stumble upon their quest, do their quest, they'll like you. They can get to a point where they'll, oh no, I explained it wrong. I apologize. A boon is a good thing. Banes are a bad thing. Bane be bad. So take the explanation for boon that I just gave, apply it to Bane, and there you go. There you go. Banes are bad, boons are good. You don't want people hating you. You would like as many people as possible to love you. Liking is fine, loving is better. Having people to hate you can be a hassle, because there's different Banes. Like any card that you have that gives you defense, decrease that defense by 1, and in times where you're in a boss fight or you're low on health and you really need to defend, that can mess up your whole run. And once again, I didn't stay in the bar to explain the people. Find Pazlock and his guard. Nobody talks to Pazlock without going through me first. If I convince her to switch sides, she'll fight. I believe she'll fight for me, but then I'll have to fight him anyway. If I scare her away, it'll intimidate her, and I'm pretty sure intimidation will make her dislike me. It says it right next to the option. Fanda will dislike you. Go for switch sides. So this is the negotiation scene. You have just like in the battle deck, you have a specific set of negotiation cards that do different things. You have hostility cards, you have diplomatic cards, you have manipulate cards. Manipulate cards generally will either boost or give some sort of debuff to the opponent. Diplomatic cards normally are essentially just defending yourself and doing bare minimum damage. Hostility cards are very risky cards to play because there's a lot of synergies you can make with hostility cards, but there's also a lot of cards that decrease hostility cards damage. So it can be a good thing, also can be a bad thing. And I have the Graft, which is like a perk that when I fully mitigate damage, which means when I fully block it, it will give her doubt, which does damage to her over time. And yeah, I believe that's about all I had to explain. This increases her damage? Ooh, that might not be a good thing to... Oh no, getting rid of it will decrease it. So I guess that's fine. And I'll take the 1 damage. Oh, the 3 damage actually. Because I already have 1 Graph, 1 Composure. That's 2 and 4. So now it'd be better to get rid of him because he is attacking this. If that's destroyed, it'll do whatever excess damage that he did to me on top of 2 extra damage because of the effect of this argument. So I'll get rid of him. So now there's no damage. I fully block the damage incoming to me. Improvise a card. Vulnerability makes them take more damage. Flustered reduces their damage. So I'll go with vulnerability because I won't be taking damage, but when I get doubt on her side, it'll do 2 damage instead of 1. So in this situation, normally when your arguments are being attacked, you would try to keep them alive if there's something that you need, because depending on the amount of damage that's done to them. So say for instance, if I let this go, the 3 damage will obviously get rid of the 2 health for the argument, and the 1 extra damage that went over will go to me, and I'll take 1 damage on top of that. So I can either fully block myself and just let that argument be destroyed, or I can try to block the argument and keep it alive for whatever other purpose. And I'm going to keep it alive because I need it. We're gonna do that. 3-1. She's taking 2 damage. I do this. And my turn. Since every time I fully block any sort of damage, Doubt gains an extra, so now she just took extra damage because of it. But that's just how this mode works. You don't get something as this powerful. It's powerful of a graft in a normal game. So it gives you a reason to play it, but because of how long it takes to play it, you decide it may be worth it, it may not be worth it. And this ends. And also, as you play cards, they have like a little experience bar below it, like these. You may not be able to see it that well. Maybe on this card you'll see it better. It has like little bars underneath it. As you play cards, for every time you play a card, one of these bars will light up. When the bar is fully lit, then you'll get a chance to upgrade the card, choosing from 1 or 2 upgrades. And from then on, that card will be upgraded, but there's no upgrading it twice. Once you upgrade the card once, that's just it. You don't get another experience bar to upgrade it a second time. It's just one time and that's it. Alright, so you have to do I have to kill him actually? Yes, it says kill him. Oh, I got you. Thought I'd be able to. It says kill him, but I can choose to spare him. Because he has a panic bar, so it's not like it's forcing me to kill him. He's not attacking me, so she's not going to stay on my team after this, so there's no point to really worry about defending her. She can defend herself. I'm not worried about it at all. The wound. What wound does is deals 1 extra damage for that whole turn, no matter how many times he's attacked. And after 2 turns, since it says 2 next to it, after 2 turns. Oh, okay, so the more wound that you have, the more bonus damage it does. But since it's currently at 2, after 2 turns, the wound will be gone, unless you add more on top of it. So he's doing damage to me, so I'll stop stupid. Which the bleed is gonna put him over anyway. So, quest says kill him, so he's dying. Sentry Whip. Yeah, this is a Bane. So when you kill, most of the times, either when you kill somebody or when you do something against a certain person, they will hate you. The only way to get the Bane off of you is by killing this person. And her Bane is Blacklist. At the start of each negotiation, discard a random card. So when I start negotiations, it'll take a random card out of my hand. That could be good if I have a card in my hand that I don't really need, but it can be bad because if it takes a card that I need at that moment, then I'm screwed. Oh, what did it upgrade to? Alright, it didn't upgrade it to the 1 cost. Get paid. Alright. So this is the bar. Fish is the barkeep of this fine establishment. And occasionally she'll pull you aside in this mode, and you get to pick from one of the two rewards that she wants to give you. Currently, my 2 choices are remove a negotiation card or restore 30 resolve. My resolve is at 28 out of 30, so that'll be a waste. And there's no card in my negotiation deck that I really want to get rid of, so I will. You know, it doesn't hurt. I'll take the restoration heal. But this is the bar. You can choose to talk to fish, to buy cards. If your resolve is low, you can buy drinks. If your health is low, you can buy her famous fish cakes. There would be, normally from day to day or from situation to situation, there's random people upstairs, downstairs. Sometimes people be sitting here at the bar. There's a lot of things that can happen in here. normally at night. Oh wait, what is mixed combat? Oh, see, extra that. That's weird. Normally, there would be someone always sitting here at the bar. There'd be a guard here. That's during the normal main story. But for now, they don't really need guards because it's just you go into battle, you come back. You go into battle, you come back. There is no moving from place to place. It just, in this mode, it just puts you in areas. I'm afraid of you, I have backup. So I have to scare off her protectors and then fight her, scare off her supporters. Forgot doubt goes at the end of the turn. I just took a lot of unnecessary damage, but fight is over. I don't care about fighting the extra person. And spend 2 influence, gain 2 action. Spend 1 influence deal for additional damage. Let's take that. See what it upgraded to. Excuse me? Was it only battle cards? Whenever you had a card to your deck this up. Okay, so that's only for battle cards. Now I have to fight. Alright, well, fighting 2 of them should not be a problem. I want to just get rid of her. She's gonna come back next turn. She gained health and came back. Come die. We have 3, so if I do this, I'll have enough. Do that, do damage to you, and turn, and I'm killing you too. Take 1 damage whenever you use an item. Ooh, that's 2 damage whenever I use an item. That's nice. Shock core. Oh no, don't want those. Elbow strike. Destroy, gain your defense. Attack 2 random enemies. So this is what I this right here is what I mean when certain times you can have people sitting at the bar. You can buy things from certain people. These are vendors that through the main storyline they're normally at the black market at night. But since there is no, you can't really walk around, go to different places here and there, they put them in the bar so you have a chance to, if you want to remove cards or buy certain cards, you can, which I actually might do that now because I need this card. You can buy battle cards, remove battle cards. I meant to press buy, now remove. You can buy, remove. Ooh, your counter attacks apply to. That sounds very nice. You know, things of that sort. And currently, because the last battle that I was in, I played stupidly, I have to spend money to get my health back. Because other than that, there's occasional times where you can get rewards from Fish. She'll give you some health back. As of right now, I can't do that because she didn't allow me to. So, ooh, wait, doesn't he hate me or he dislikes me? He dislikes me. All right. Normally, when people hate you, in order to fight them to get their bane off you, no, when they hate you, to fight them to get their bane off you, they would have to be in the tavern, and you would have to obviously click on the person, and there will be an option to provoke them, which will take you into a negotiation battle. At that point, when you win the negotiation, as part of the current updates, when you win the negotiation, you are able to fight the person, kill them with no consequences, and then their bane will be off of you, and that'll be one less person to hate you. You're looking at you don't scare me. Alright, well, intimidate. I'm not trying to kill everybody I come across. And that's it.
It's right here on Earth.
Fast talk. Upgrade, draw a card, destroy, draw a card. Add a negotiation card. No. Ooh, tripwire, apply stun, destroy to use, destroy. Targets all enemies, to exposed, to wound. Remove negotiation, I'll take that. And this is the end of the first day. At the end of every day, as you can see down here, for some reason this has an X and everything else is checked, but whatever. At the end of every day, there's a boss fight. as you can see here at the bottom, is boss fight. At the end of the boss fight, you're able to go to sleep, restore your health, restore your stamina, and before every boss fight, I believe, you're able to negotiate with a random person, somehow associated with the boss fight. You're able to negotiate with this person. If you win the negotiation, you'll be able to bring them to help you, and if you lose, then you'll just have no resolve. You really don't lose much if you lose the negotiation at this stage when you're fighting a boss, but you just won't be able to go into the boss fight with an ally. So I'm going to negotiate with him, and we will be back at the end of it to see whether I lost. Well, I lost the negotiation. Well, as expected, I ended up losing the negotiation because fighting against these type of people with early cards, the people from the cult of Hesh, it's a struggle because they don't attack you directly until later on when they're able to hit you with like strong hits, and the arguments that they summon are, the longer that they stay on the board, they gain more damage. If you destroy one of their other arguments, it gains more health. So it becomes a balancing act that you can't really keep up with early game. And it's only day one, so I was not ready for that at all. At all. But yeah, when you upgrade cards, sometimes you'll get an option to destroy. Destroying gets rid of the card completely. It's good if you want to burn a card out of your deck that you know you're not going to really use that often, but I know I'm going to use all my cards very often. But expend is different. Expend just gets rid of the card for that negotiation. Destroy permanent, expend is just a temporary. Double apply 3. Ooh, sticky. I'll apply 3. Quick thinking. Upgraded special cards. So now I have to go into the boss on my own, which is fine. I've dealt with my fair share of bosses, so going through this shouldn't really be much of an issue. 11 block, which is fine since he's a boss. I don't think he has any affiliation, so killing him won't really. Killing the bosses won't really. Certain bosses. Killing certain bosses will not burn out. Killing certain bosses will not affect like whether people hate you or whatnot. You just have to see who they're affiliated with. To do that, normally when you're in a fight, oh, I got 3 people that hate me. Normally their head will be at the bottom left right hand corner, or you can just right click on the character and it'll tell you everything that you need to know about them. Discard 2 cards, gain 1 temporary power, improvise, gain 1 combo. I don't want any of those. Unstable. Killing people also comes with another consequence, that you get bad negotiation and battle cards. If you kill too many people, you'll get battle cards that debuff you, that gets rid of some of your cards in your hand, that'll do damage to you every card you play, things like that. But unstable, which is one of the very good cards that you get, which is a negotiation card. It costs 0, and when you play it, it plays one of your cards that you have at random from your deck, not from your hand. It plays a random card from your deck onto a random targeted opponent. So if the card says do something for allies, it'll do something for you. If it says do something to enemies, it'll do something to a random enemy. And game on action, enemies can no longer surrender. This is a good card if you plan to kill just about everyone you come across. No questions asked. With certain builds, it can be really powerful. Quick Charger is really good if you have high cost cards in your hand. Even if you have low cost cards, it turns a 1 cost to a 0, which will, give you an extra energy to play, or extra action to use. And this could be good, but it can be bad if you decide to upgrade your card, and the only upgrade is to give the card more damage, but it destroys the card. So there's pros and cons to everything, but I will be taking Quick Charger because reducing the cost of cards in your hand is always a good thing. And at the end of every day, which I still don't understand why I have an X there, at the end of every day, you are able to go to sleep, going to sleep. Yeah, the bed calls to you, you sleep through the night with one hand gripped to your knife under your pillow, but then you've slept that way every night since you were 12. That is something. But at the end of every day, you get to sleep. It fully restores your health. It fully restores your resolve. It tells you the people that love you, like you, dislike you, and hate you. It tells you all the negotiation cards you've got, all the battle cards you've gotten over that day, and all the graphs that you've gotten over the day. And then the next day boots up. If there are any special vendors in the night before, then it's a good chance that the start of the next day there'll be new vendors in the shop. And in this mode, I don't think it's really good to buy pets. This is a personal thing, because during negotiations, if you have a pet that's untrained, it goes to the opponent's side and it's a backfire on you. But in this mode, I don't believe there's a way to train pets. But normally, if you get a pet, the way you would train them is that most likely at night, a special event will pop up on the map where you would go to a certain area and train your pet so that they no longer hurt you in a negotiation. They now help you. But seeing as though there is no map in this mode, getting a pet could be helpful in battles, but in negotiations, trying to use an extra action point to get rid of your pet's debuff towards you could sometimes spell your downfall. So I'm gonna stray away from getting a pet and just continue on playing how I normally would. And just a fine example of quick charger right here. This card normally costs 2, but now having a 1 cost to give me 5 defense, that's pretty good. And 3 defense. I'll throw it to you. You're doing 10 damage, and you're doing 10 damage. So it might be better to get rid of you first. I don't know how well this will go out. That was actually really well. And that gets rid of you. Bleed to death, which at this point, fuck it, I've killed one, so I'm killing them all. Supply wound to you. Stab you. Do this as well. You're fine. All that's left is the dog. And stab. Get it over with. I killed one, might as well kill the rest. Take 1 damage whenever you use an item. Oh, this stacking. This item using an item stack stuff is going to be the death of me. Add tipsy card to your hand. Draw a card for every card played. Gain 2 defense. Discard this card. Gain 2 defense and 2 counter. I'll take this because it auto upgraded to. Oh, it just costs 0 now. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, the more you kill people, the more, bad cards you get. Apprehensive. Yeah, this card essentially helps the opponent by applying 2 defense to one of their negotiation arguments. Which, bad for me, but 2, not that bad. Remove a battle card. Are any of my battle cards bad, actually? No. Or get stun gun and targeting core. I think I'll just skip, actually. They just started. Nope, he doesn't hate me. You just gotta really hope to either run into someone that hates you or run into them at the bar. I have to get intel out of this guy. And that's 3 damage. I'll do this. Probably should have did it the other way around, but that's fine. I can get rid of it before doubt destroys my stuff. 4, 1 to 4, 1 to 3. I can do this and hope for. Let's just there cost 6. Oh, this was perfect. Get rid of that. And that's it. I got all 3 evidence. So I'm able to. Ooh, rapid fire is a really good card. If you have a lot of cards that give influence, rapid fire can really make a run. Remove a negotiation or a battle card. Negotiation, I'm pretty fine. Battle, I'm okay. I'll take this out just to use it. Upgrade a battle card or negotiation card. I will upgrade rapid fire. To have it do 3 damage per I have. Oh, that's good. And then skip the last one. I'm not removing anything else. And we're done. On to the second part. No one in here hates me. My health is fine. My resolve is fine. Alright. Am I being attacked? Nope, alright, I'm good. Let's see what this does. Reduce by 1 whenever play a card. Powerfully attacks a random enemy, sets attacks to forward on powerfully and it's hit. So I'll focus her down. I think I'll kill these people. Discard this card. Gain 2 defense and 2 counter. I don't need it right now, actually. Attack someone random. Attack 3 more random. I mean, I'll help you out. Hit you, discard that to get it anyway. So that blocks 1 attack for you, so you're not taking as much damage. Still not attacking me, so I'll just help you out. This, gain a free power. Give you more bleed. And I will do that for you. They're gonna attack her again, and bleed kills her. Good, that worked out perfectly. And you're gonna die no matter what happens, so goodbye, sir. Target is stunned, deal 15 bonus damage. I'll take these because they could be helpful after I kill 3 people who are giving me the Bane that takes 1 damage every time I use an item. Whenever you improvise, I don't want any of those. I'm not doing an improvising deck. I didn't get any likes because of that. Nope. She is still neutral with me. On to the next negotiation. I have to talk with the right person. Well, 2 of them are Spree, 1 of them is Arise, 1 is Admiralty. I would think that the Admiralty would be in charge. We'll see. If not, then I'll have to just fight them. And that'll be fun. So I'm not worried about that. Start negotiation. Remove a random card. That's whatever. Unstable. Helps me draw a card. That's fine as well. I'm gonna go with this. This, and that's 4, so it's dropped to 6. I'll just do this to double it because it doesn't get rid of it, it just goes to discard, and I'll get it back. I need to get rid of you so you don't target my stuffer thinger right there. My influence. Every time I play a hostility card, it does more damage, I suppose. Nope, that's gone, so I don't have to worry about that. All I have to worry about is me now, which is, you know, fine. I'll take the 2 damage. I can live with that. Oh, I have 2 influence. Spend 1. Yeah, I need to get more cards that give influence. 3 to get rid of that. 4 to hit you. Do I hope for a 2? Or do I use all my I'm gonna use all my influence just so. Oh, that was good. Just so I'm taking all the damage. And then I can add composure and double it, which will give me 2 more doubt. Now I'm taking all the damage. Provide a card, let's see what we get. Bait, draw 3 cards, gain 2 actions, that's fine. If I get rid of this, I need to do this, and I have to just hope that I do 2 damage. Oh, that's fine. Now it's down to 4, nothing to worry about. That damage will go from 3 to 4, and we're good. He has to go. Or I can just defend it, but it's easier to kill it. So, this, draw a card to gain composure. I'd rather gain composure first to be safe. So it's not taking damage anymore, so there's 3 left. 3 composure, draw a card. Get a random card. I think I'll let you take more damage, sir. So that 5 will turn to a 6. You only have 9 left, so let's do this. I have 2 influence, so we'll do this. Get rid of that. We'll hit you 1 more time, and that's the game. Wow, alright. That was the negotiation. Hopefully, I talked down the right person. Apply 6 composure, restore 5 resolve, destroy. No, I'd rather expend than destroy. I will take flatter because I'm going for an influence sort of build, if at all possible, which another build report is wonderful. Good, I convinced the right person. And now they all like me because of it. And now for another reward. Remove a battle card, which all my battle cards are fine. I'll just take 100 money, and I am stacked on money, but no one in here hates me, sadly. There's nothing I can really buy, per se. I mean, I can buy cards, but they're all items. So, let's see. How many people like me? I have 4 people that like me now, which was the whole group. A whole group of people that... whole group of people that I just negotiated with. You also do have to make sure to balance your negotiation and your battles. Sorry. You have to make sure to always balance your negotiation and battles, because no matter what story, whether you're taking the main story of either the 2 characters or you're doing this extra battle mode or extra game mode, your last fight, well, your fight on the end of every day will always be a battle. It'll never be a negotiation. So if you decide, oh, well, I'm not going to fight anyone unless I really have to, you're not going to get enough cards to increase your battle deck, which will leave you lacking at the end of the day when you got to fight a boss and then lose, and then you're like, well, now I got to start over. I just played this for like 2.5 hours. Now what am I supposed to do? So sometimes you got to find a way to balance the both. That's why I decided to explain this, because I was, instead of negotiating, which I could have done easily, I'm going to do fighting, which is slightly harder, just so that I can come across more people. If one of these people end up dying, I'll have to kill them both, which will be bad, because Admiralty, I believe, are the people who give the battle bane, that any card that gives defense, make it give you 1 less. But I'll try my best not to kill them. And just like I said, if you want to see anything about a character, while in battle, you can hover over them, or in a negotiation, hover over them, right click, or whatever the equivalent of right click is if you're playing it on a controller, which I have to do at some point. But you hover over them, right click them, you get to see their health, you get a description of what the little icons below them are if you don't want to hover over those. It tells you what defense does, what power does. If you kill them, it shows you what you get from them. If you've unlocked their boon or bane already for that specific person, it'll tell you what it is here. No, basic information. Oh wow, that was... So I guess... Oh, skittish. So when one of them panics, they both do. So I'll let them live. Killing them probably would have been better, but as it currently stands, I don't have enough defense to take on losing defense if I decide to kill them to get their bacon. So, not a good idea. They'll both bonus then. Ooh, that's really good. Thanks. And does she like me now as well? Or is it just a thank you and money? Either is fine, you know, you don't gotta like me. Just give me money. Oh, okay, she likes me. You don't gotta give me money. Just, I mean, you don't gotta like me. Just, give me money, give me thanks. Or you'll be the next one on the list. So, since we're about to go into a boss fight, I'll eat up. Loaded. Yeah, I'll negotiate. I'll try to negotiate to get him on my side. With these type of people, I believe he's a Jade. Draw a card. I'm not gonna use that. Just gonna attack him to get more of this. And deflect. So that's 11. He'll do 3 damage to himself. And then 5 damage from the doubt. So essentially I don't really have to attack him. I could just let him kill himself. Well, kill is a very optional word. It's not really killing, it's more so of beating him in an argument. And then we get a negotiation. Spend 1, remove target argument's composure. Goodness gracious, I cannot read. So now, since I did that negotiation and I completed it, he will now be on my side in the fight, as you can see. And he is Jake's, I believe. He's a Jake's person. Species wound. I don't know. I'm not going to use that because he's not stunned. He's doing 16 damage to him. Which, I'm sorry, poor guy. We're going to start off with a stab and then give you some bleed. Oh, he gave himself evasion, so that's good. Use this to discard this, even though I don't need it. Use that, and throw some defense onto you, just in case, yeah, just in case you need it. Which he did. And just a note, most of the times I'm not paying attention to the boss's health. I'm more focused on, alright, I need to make sure we're not getting attacked, make sure we're good, and then that's fine. Deal 4 extra damage with this in your hand, so I'm going to take 4 damage, give him bleed, and call it a day. Oh no, take 4 extra damage, so I didn't have to do that at all, so that was a waste. Oh, that's a lot of damage you're taking there, buddy. So if he were to attack me, no, his attacks deal 4 extra damage no matter what. So, do I have the card to discard things out of my hands? Of course not. The one time I need it, I don't have it, but it's fine. We're just gonna burst down his health here. On top of the bleed and this, and that's it. And we're killing him. Because he is a boss, and a good chunk of bosses do not have repercussions when you kill them. Piercing. Ooh, that could be good. What did it upgrade to? Does more damage. 6 basic damage. But like I said, the more people you kill, the more bad cards you get. A lot of times, some of the bad cards go away when You sleep. Gain 1 action at the start of your turn. All hostility cards deal 50% less damage. That's actually really fine. Both of these are really fine. It'd be nice if I can get any of these, actually. Whenever you gain influence, deal 2 damage to it. Actually, I'm going to take this because I'm trying to do a lot with influence. And once again, no one is in the bar that I hate. Negotiation deck. Good. Battle deck. We're good. Bloated goes away when you go to sleep. I don't know about this. But that's fine. We're ready. We can go to sleep. Regain all of our health that we lost and resolve that we lost. So bad. New people that hate us, new cards, new negotiation cards, new battle cards, the graph, people who like us, which is 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And start of the day, they're still here. So we shall now start with a... You'll need to kill Clem, but you'll need to deal with her bodyguard Topo first. Alright, I should probably start reading those. Start, not stop, start. Scare Topo, convince Topo to switch sides. You know, I can convince people to switch sides. It's not that hard. 7, and we can end it here. So do this, and then this. 2. Wow, that was perfect. Alright, so I had you switch sides. Deals additional 6 damage or 3 to 4. 3 to 4, so it can do either 7 to 8 or it'll do 8 to 9. We'll do 8 to 9. Then give them cards, spend 2 influence, gain 1 influence. An opponent's argument is removed or destroyed. Once per turn, play this card for free whenever it meets all arguments play. No, I'm not gonna take any of those. And now, time to kill this person. They're by themselves, unarmed. So, you know, this should be 90 damage. So, we'll give this to you. Do this to attack you 3 times. And we'll do this to discard this. And then that's it. And kill. Okay, now he hates me. All allies start with additional panic. That's something I can live with. I don't need it. I'll take another piercing though. See what it upgrades. See what it upgrades to. Where is it? I can't find. Oh, alright. So it seems like when you get one of a card, it just upgrades any others to the same thing. I am stacked when it comes to money. Pulls me aside. Remove a negotiation, increase my resolve. I'll take resolve because all of my negotiation cards are fine. And now we can provoke him. Now if we win this argument, then we are able to fight him. We'll do this, gain more. And get rid of him. The intents are the ones in the middle. Alright. Yeah. Makes sense. 3 influence. Another rapid fire. And now we fight him. I don't have to worry about taking damage, so I'll just stack on bleed. I should have applied the wound before I did all that. And the shit ended. Faint and stab, so that's actually really good. And stab, discard a card, or piercing, I'll go with piercing. Discarding a card would have been better. Considering, I'll take another target practice. Does it upgrade it to the same as the others? No, it didn't. Alright, so what I said before was a lie. Apply stun, money, resolve, and guerrilla tactics. Let's continue on. This is just the start of our day. Then a whim. I have to convince you. Pretty easy. Ooh, you put kickbacks into my hand, and occasionally you make me have to pay for my own stuff. 6, 9. Oh wow, that was it. Okay. How much influence do I have? I have 3. We'll do this and then this. And boom. Argument done. Upgrade our threaten. Gain 1 dominance. And random and gain 1 influence. Yeah, that's fine. Solid point. And everyone's fine. Random battle cards. How many battle cards do I have that are not upgraded? Let's see. It does not let me see that. Huh. Alright, well that's fine. Or your first attack each battle does times 2 damage. Ooh. How much is this? 300? I got the money. Do I have this? Yeah, I got 2 of each. So I'll buy this. 5 defense, 1 heal. Counter. Another heal. I want a feedback loop. Distressor. Vulnerability is twice effective. Nope. Whenever you play a slurred speech, restore 3 resolve. Nope. At start of every negotiation, improvise a 0-cost card from your deck. No, I don't want any of those actually. I will, however, add a new battle graph slot. I'll do it twice. But now time to fight bosses. You met Bazlet on the road. Alright, you coming with me, buddy? Out. And end it. Seems about right. Spend 1 influence, spend 2 influence, drop the cards. Nope, none of those. But now you will help me in the boss fight. And we killing him. War story. War story could be really good. Discard up to 2 cards, give 1 temporary power. Add tipsy, deal 1 bonus damage to every card drawn this turn. Nope, none of those, please. Another unstable, that's really good. Pick a graft. Ooh, contractor is really good, but I don't get dominance that often. But I can change that. Upgrading is 1 extra action. Enemies no longer surrender. I mean, at this point, I'll take the contractor. So that way, whether I gain dominance from War Story, whether I get dominance or influence, it'll do damage to something. So that's good. But next is to whoa, that's a lot I gotta fight. Huh. That's a lot of damage I'm gonna be taking too. Woo, buddy. Alright. Let us let's take care of you on the back first. Here's 3 random. Let's get counter going. Let's do this, and then do this. Enforcers hit, reduce the number of attacks. Oh yes, yes. Whenever hit, reduce the amount of attacks that they do. That gets rid of you. We're good for that. Start a maneuver card. This. My 4 defense and heal 1. That's fine, we're done with that. Why are you doing 27 damage? Sorry, that's not okay. One to heal. I'm pretty sure they don't take wounds, yeah. I have to win in 3 turns, or I have to just survive? Oh, it's just survival. It's a very brutal fucking survival. Improvise a card. Just take some cripple. Do it to you. Add something randomly. I need to drop you down. Alright, cool. I would have died. And you can improvise. When this card is improvised, bleed, apply one card. You know, I'll take that. It upgraded to what? It upgraded to more damage. Alright, that's fine. Draft 2 battle cards, draft 2 negotiation cards. Negotiation for sure. Setup can be really good. And build rapport. Done. My health is abysmal. I can't do 3 fights in a row without buying some of these. I can't buy anymore. Oh, that's nice. That's beautiful. This is not going to go well. I got to play really defensive. And I'm against 2 people. Alright. Power to start battle. Gain 5 power when below 29 health. Start battle. Alright, so I'm taking 6 to 8. So do this. Apply counter. Oh, you had counter too. That's not good. I forgot when you get hit, you gain counter. So that means I got to take you out first. And you're doing a 4 to 8. All right, so improvise a card. Let's gain power. I hope that doesn't attack him twice. Good, didn't attack him at all. Counter and you're gonna be doing 12, so is it worth? I'm getting the 2 defense. Do that to cripple you, so you're doing 4 to 4. Oh, this is gonna be. Oof, this is gonna be something. Stun you. I use an item, so I take damage, of fucking course. I want to get rid of you. Just completely. 6. I have no way to stop that. Well, this is the end of the run. It was fun. It was a good run. I showcased as much as I could. Got as far as I could. My downfall was that I couldn't heal at the end of that last fight, and I took way too much damage because it was a survive, it wasn't meant for you to win, you were just meant to survive, but I still took way too much damage. On top of that, I forgot that I have prestige on because I have played this game a little bit. But that will be all for the view into the update on Griftlands. I was about to say into the dungeon. The next episode that I do on Griftlands will probably be a deck-specific build. So probably, since I'm more familiar with bleed, I'll probably start with combo or something like improvising or discard. And I'll go more into those, or go more into what those are in the video. It doesn't make sense to explain it now. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you didn't enjoy it, please leave a dislike. Comment why you didn't like it, you know, give me reasons why, help me improve the channel, or don't. It's up to you. I have no schedule to update, so when my next video will come out, I don't know. Don't ask me questions. And I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me.